Every year, I struggle with what to get my father for Father's Day. I feel like the typical gifts that are marketed are so silly and cheesy. I am talking about ugly ties, funny aprons, that sort of thing. I know everyone is different, but what does a father with grown children actually want? I am open to all ideas. Story 1. I usually just do whatever he wants. Whether it is a baseball game or a hike, it is his day. In the end, they just want to spend time with you, and a gift does not mean much. Story 2. Time. Physical gifts do not matter. I do not care what it is. Make me a meal. Go on a hike. It does not matter. Nothing makes me happier than spending time with my children. Story 3. Just go spend time with him. At home, out for dinner, or doing an activity he likes, whatever. He doesn't need any cheesy gifts. But if you want to give him something to keep, write him a letter about what him being your dad has meant to you or has taught you. Story 4. I actually don't want anything for Father's Day and haven't for many years. It is just another opportunity for companies to exploit people. If my children or grandchildren insist on getting me something, then a simple card will do. I would rather them spend the money where it is needed, such as on their mortgage, rent, or holiday. Story 5. Most men do not care about material objects. Women are responsible for 85% of all consumer spending. It is women who say things like they cannot find economically attractive men. It is women who go shopping for recreation. It is women who love things. Go to a bachelor's home. There is nothing in it because men do not care. This makes buying things for men very difficult. There is nothing they want. Story 6. Spend time with him. Both you and your father will appreciate it. Go out and eat with him. If he has a favorite restaurant, consider going there. Play his favorite board game. These are just suggestions, but time is truly the key. Story 7. Other than spending time with him, you could try this. My daughter had her brothers recreate some childhood photos with her, and she framed them in a multi-photo frame next to the original childhood ones. It was the greatest present, but I had trouble seeing it clearly because my eyes were watering. Story 8. All I ever wanted was time with my children. Now that they are older and we live in different states, time was all I ever wanted. Story 9. People get their dads ugly ties or funny aprons. Jesus, it is rough out there. Nobody actually wants that stuff. Anyway, do something with him. Gifts for Father's Day are overrated. Time spent is the true gift. Story 10. It sounds hokey, but some kind of multi-tool that he can stash in the car or somewhere else to use on occasion, with a big smile every time he thinks about where it is from. Story 11. Dad of 3 adult sons here. No gifts, I have enough possessions. Every Father's Day, we grill some meat, play some cornhole, tell stories, and just hang out together. Maybe we watch a ball game on television if our team is playing. The best part is spending time with my boys. They are great guys. Story 12. They don't need fancy gestures. Do something with him and be slightly bad at it, just enough that he gets to step in and show you how it's done without getting annoyed. For me, I help my dad with his plants. I deliberately ask for help or act like I don't know how to do something, though sometimes I'm actually clueless. It opens up space for him to guide me without making it obvious I'm trying to be sweet about it. They just like it when they still have something to teach us. Story 13. The best present you can give is your time and presence with him. This could be taking him out for a meal, drinks, a walk, or simply having a pleasant family chat and dinner. Every other form of gift is temporary and will be forgotten soon after. Story 14. Socks. The answer is always socks. And a hug. Hug your dads. Tell them you love them to their face, not over the phone. Story 15. My ex used to always act helpless like this. You're so used to shopping for. And it's like, you know what sports teams I like, what my hobbies are, what pop culture things I enjoy, what I like to eat, and my style. It's like maybe it doesn't have to be so complicated. A gesture to show you know them and are being thoughtful. This is what women expect on Mother's Day. Story 16. The perfect Father's Day would be a shower, oral sex, food, doesn't matter. Hanging out with the family, nothing specific, just no work, peace, his favorite meal, dinner at his favorite restaurant, afternoon sex, his favorite muscle relaxer, and falling asleep in his bed. You couldn't tell me otherwise. At work, I'd be bragging, forget you. I got the best wife. This will be one of the times you can generalize all guys. We want peace. We don't want to fix problems. We want to ejaculate. We want to eat. We want to laugh. We want pain relief. We want to sleep. And I stress if, just meaning myself, I want to buy something, just understand this. When I spend money on my hobbies, which are expensive, I usually have to plan months or years ahead of time. My family always comes first, so I plan to buy a $40 part at the end of the month. But something always comes up. That part gets pushed back a month or two. By then, something else comes up. Could be the simplest things that I want, but family is first. So please don't buy me or us anything. I have a list of things I need or want. I've been stacking that list since 2004. It's probably in our phone or in our head. Don't get us another trinket from Kohl's that we'll never use. He probably has a link saved. There are probably categories organized. $10, $20, $40, $100, $200. Just say, hey babe, I wanted to buy you something for Father's Day. Do you have any $30 things you need or want? Story 17, female here. Gifts my husband has loved over the years are Leatherman. A weekend away where he is able to sleep and relax, Lego sets, good sunglasses, Bluetooth speaker, being set up on the couch alone with snacks, a movie he wants to watch, and good food. Other gifts include archery gear, movie tickets, G-Shock watch, and event tickets. You can get the Leathermans engraved, which is a nice touch. Story 18, I don't really want anything. Father's Day to me is just another commercial holiday, like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. Story 19, take him out to lunch. Does he have a hobby? If so, maybe get him something related to the hobby. Story 20, a simple phone call does wonders. If you both live close to each other, taking a few minutes to sit and talk can make a difference. Story 21, I had my husband's car detailed 1 year, and he loved it. I second spending time with him, he will treasure that. Story 22, two possible things in my case, even if my children are too young to bother with gifts. 1. Rest. I never have enough of it. 2. Hangout day. For me, the activity is less important than the time spent together. Even if I end up disliking the movie at the cinema or the restaurant experience is poor, the goal is to be there with and for each other. Story 23. I am a father, and all I ask for is something that is not luxurious, expensive, or requires any shopping to sleep in. Story 24. My go-to gift was a gift card to Harbor Freight or Lowe's, but my dad was always working on something and preferred a useful gift over something that would sit unused in a drawer or closet. My dad has since passed away, but I have told my kids, ages 28 to 40, the same thing my dad told me years ago. If you are going to buy something, make it useful. Story 25. Activities tend to be the thing that rings loudest, particularly if it is something you used to do together, like going to a baseball game, bumper cars, or concerts. A chance to simply dance together as well. I want memories more than things. If what guides you is the word connection, then you are likely to find something for which I will be eternally thankful. Story 26. Experiences are better than things. Take him to do something he has never done or plan a trip and buy the tickets. My parents are somewhat frugal, so we will take him to a nice dinner, a show, or on a trip. Story 27. A game. You, other children, some other people, brats and beer. No one says anything about family drama or politics. Story 28. Last year, my 14-year-old son gave me a card and wrote, "You are a one-of-a-kind dad. I love you. That is the best gift I have ever received." Story 29. Last year, all I asked for was time with my family. I got an annual family pass to our local zoo, which was perfect. I love the zoo, as do my children, although some people might not appreciate it. If you are thinking about a tangible gift, ask yourself what he likes to do for fun. Maybe he already owns everything he needs or wants for his hobby. In that case, get him an experience related to that hobby, something you can do together. Story 30. I am a father. I just want to spend time with my children without having to plan everything or ensure everyone is on time. Story 31. My youngest daughter is in graduate school. I would love to stop by this summer, pick her up for breakfast, visit her laboratory, help her process samples she has collected for her research, or just be a member of her laboratory as she directs undergraduates on what needs to be done, assist with the documentation, then go to a movie and talk about it over dinner before dropping her off and going home. If my oldest daughter were closer, I would do much the same. Breakfast and drive her to work. I would love a tour of the Apple campus where she works, watch her work with her team, then go to a movie and talk about it over dinner before dropping her off and going home. Fathers are simple. I do not want material things. I just want to spend time with my children and see firsthand how their careers and lives are developing. Story 32. How old are you? I told my wife that I just want my younger girls to make me a card and whatever else they want. Now, if you are older, hang out, grill a steak or something. Go fishing, golfing, bowling. You do not have to go nuts. Keep it simple. Story 33. Let him share and teach you something he loves. What is the hobby he has but does not have enough time to do? Ask him to show you that and what his favorite part of it is. Story 34. Does your dad have hobbies? Project car? My dad has been into cycling a lot since retiring, so I will get him riding gear or maybe something for his bikes. My sister and I have gotten him pants to ride in cold weather, nicer walking shoes since he walks a lot too. Things like that. My dad is also a Mexican dad, and he will wear anything you give him. I stopped getting him hats because he has a million now and rotates them, so there are plenty. I remember gifting my ex's dad some seat harnesses for his project buggy. He was pretty happy with those and sent me a picture of them installed. Men tend to be pretty simple creatures. Story 35. As a father of 3 daughters, honestly, nothing is better. If my family just makes dinner and dessert, that is a perfect gift. If your father went to college, a shirt from there is a good idea. Does he have a favorite band? If he drinks coffee, a couple of pounds of good coffee is ideal. A small gift card to his favorite fast food place is also nice. I would suggest avoiding a coffee mug or tie. Story 36. I've never bought my dad any of the typical corny Father's Day gifts that companies market. I've always picked gifts based on his interests. He is a history buff, particularly World War II and the Old West, so I could get him a book or DVD related to either of those, and he is happy. Story 37. My girlfriend got me a $25 fuel pump that fits inside the gas containers, which are impossible to use by yourself. It is probably one of the handiest, inexpensive tools I have received in years. Story 38. When I was 15, I made my dad a homemade card and left it outside his door in the middle of the night. When morning came before work, he patted my head and then went to work. Sometimes being appreciated is enough. If you want something classic, give him a sword. Story 39. My dad never wanted a material gift. He wanted to do something with my brother and me. We would regularly go fishing or surfing since we grew up on the coast and just relax with dad. My mom did not ask anything of him and just let us be. My brother and I won too because my dad worked so much. That was the most time we got to spend with him. Story 40. My sisters and I really love concerts, and so does my father. We often buy him concert tickets so we can all go together. Story 41. 1. Let me sleep in if I want to sleep in. I want to see all my children, not just the youngest ones who live with me. I like cards. Handmade is better than store-bought, but anything with a genuine personal message is good. I still have my first Father's Day card from my late wife, telling me I was going to be a dad. I also have the first scribbled card my oldest made me over 25 years ago. A good memory is better than any material gift. This year, my wife is planning something with my oldest daughter. I am trying to stay oblivious, but she keeps talking on speaker, so I have to leave to avoid overhearing the plans. Story 42. Walk over with a bottle of whiskey and spend the afternoon together. If you are not of drinking age, make some slushies or mix concentrated juices. Either way, hang out for the afternoon at least. Story 43. Weapons. I own hundreds of knives, but I am always happy to receive a new one as long as it is not low quality. Story 44. Dad probably has a to-do list a mile long. If you know what some of the smaller projects he is planning to do are, such as cutting down that tree or planting that bush, do one for him. Especially this time of year, The daily maintenance of the yard and house makes finding time for the projects harder. Story 45. Nothing material. No gifts. Card would be great. A meal out or, better yet, a home-cooked one. If there is an enjoyed shared activity, then that. I love the local horticultural gardens as much as my wife does. Local war museum, art museum, whatever. I don't need more stuff, especially not stuff I'm not going to use. An enjoyable day with what I love? You can never have too many of those. Story 46. A day off, some beer, some wings. It would be nice if I did not have to pay for those things. My dad is not into that, though he is 67. I just try to get him something I like that he would also like. This year, it is going to be my favorite lounge pants and a nice, soft Henley t-shirt. I will spend some time with him. Story 47. That is something he uses or would use a lot if he had it, but puts off buying because he does not really need it and that money would be better spent on something for everyone else. It is the kind of thing that, when he uses it, brings a smile to his face because someone he cares about cares enough to have bought it for him. Story 48. Go out to lunch, make a mistake, see a movie or go bowling. Do something he enjoys that you can do together. Story 49. I do not need anything. Things I want are usually purchased after months of research and consideration as they are usually not cheap. Father's Day. What I want is to not have to cook, clean, or do any of the other 1,000 things I normally do. Give me a day to turn off. Story 50. My dad always enjoys when we watch a movie he loves and then go out to eat. He picks the place. Story 51. If you can cook, cook him a meal. If there is a movie out he wants to see, go see it with him. Basically, just let him relax. Father's Day. I have no need or want for gifts. I just want peace. A day where there is nothing for me to fix. Story 52. I spend as much time as I can with my family already, so I am not ready to go all in on spending time with my children, of course. What I really want is that, but I want them to play the part one usually play. What would Dad like to do? What would Dad like to eat? They do not have to get it completely right, but I appreciate that they are thinking of me and making the effort to give me a nice time. Could be, for me and my preferences, something as simple as playing a board game Dad has been excited about and then having egg bagel sandwiches for lunch because then I can spend some time with the children, do something I love to do, and have a tasty lunch that I did not have to cook. A bonus point if someone does the dishes for me too. Story 53. A big hug and I love you, Dad. The best gift ever, and you don't have to wait for a special day to give it to Dad. Story 54. For those who need inspiration, I found a lot of good ideas here. I am personally getting my dad the grandpa's weeder because I think it will really help with his yard. Good luck. Story 55. Obviously, it depends on the person. I would love one of those cooling blankets being advertised. I love blankets even during the summer, so the cooling ones would be great. I have recently taken up Lego as a hobby. That is a good idea too if he has ever considered it as a hobby. Model car building was once something I considered. What hobby did your dad want to begin but never did? Story 56. I do not want a single physical thing. I take my children to Disneyland every Father's Day because the parks are half empty, and it is a joy to go with them. Story 57. My dad's last Father's Day, he was in home hospice. I flew back to Indianapolis and spent the weekend with him. I baked him lasagna and just spent time with him. There were no special plans, just 3 days of memories and side-splitting laughter. Dad didn't want anything special but quality time. Don't sweat the material things. It's the love and quality time that you will all remember most. I have Chihuahua mutt twins who gave me a best dad ever coffee mug for Father's Day, the year they were adopted. I will cherish it forever. Story 58. I would like one day of not being asked anything. We can talk, but none of it can be a request for answers or services. Just one day. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.